we are going to talk about attitude. Attitude is, in a very simple way, your settled way of thinking and feeling about the world. How you come across to other people. When other people look at you, they talk to you, they interact with you, how they see you. That is your attitude. The greatest discovery you are going to make, apart from discovering the existence of God, is that you can change. What can you change? You can change your fortunes by changing your attitude. If you want to know about the nature of attitude, how attitude looks like, you need to study two animals. There is the eagle and there is the lion. You will know, and most people have read about it, the eagle is the king of the bird kingdom, while the lion is the king of the animal kingdom. Now, before I go into the details of these two animals, I want to just narrate a small story, a short story. In a small village, there used to live a man and a woman who were married. In their neighborhood was an old lady who used to sell fruits. So every time this couple go out to buy fruit, they buy from this lady. And this man developed a habit of returning one orange to the fruit vendor. And he does it this way. Every time he buys the fruit, he gives out the money, he picks one orange and peels it and takes half of that orange and tests it. The other half he gives it to the lady and says, "Your orange are sour." And the lady says, she tests it and takes it and says, "No, my orange are sweet." And so the man goes home with his wife with the oranges. Every time that happens, the woman, the wife doesn't question. But one day she asked, "Why do you make fuss of these oranges? They are always sweet. When you are with that fruit vendor, you complain that the oranges are sour." And she tells you, "No, the oranges are sweet." And then the man tells his wife, "You know, this lady sells these oranges and she may not be able to take the oranges herself because of, she doesn't want to incur any losses. So I give back one orange so that she also has a taste of the oranges she sells." Another lady who, her neighbor, the fruit vendor has a neighbor who sells vegetables. And this lady says, "I've noticed when this man comes and buys these oranges from you, he complains, makes fuss out of it. But still, when you are weighing the oranges for him, the balance tilts positively on his side." And she says, "No, don't worry about that. This man, what he does is he tries to feed me with my oranges. And so his love tilts the balance, not me." You see now, the attitude of this man is to give. Whatever he gets, whatever he buys, he gives back. And that is his philosophy. Give at least something that you have to those who may not seem to need. A fruit vendor, on the face value, does not look like someone who needs fruits. But in actual sense, it may be possible that the fruit vendors may not be taking this fruit. So let's continue with the characteristics of these two animals. We are on attitude. If it is your first time you have come across this video, please hit subscribe and turn on notification. Let us continue with the eagle. The eagle flies into the storm. Because of that, other birds run away, and the eagle, when it flies into the storm propels it to higher altitude. And in the higher altitude, the eagle is in a position to see things that other ordinary birds do not see. The other characteristics of an eagle is it flies alone. It doesn't mix with other birds, ducks, chicken and all that. It doesn't. It flies alone. Or if it needs to find a company, it flies with other eagles. And the other thing about the eagles is its vision is very sharp and accurate. From 5 kilometers up in the air, it can see its prey, and very fast it comes down and picks it. The attitude of an eagle is the one of courage. Now let us check. Let us look at the lion. In the animal kingdom, the lion is not the heaviest animal, is not the tallest animal, is not the largest animal, and it is not the cleverest animal. But when it shows up, even human beings get scared because of the attitude it shows, the attitude that is evident from how it looks like. It is always thinking, probably it's thinking, this is food I can eat. You see, this is why you need to have a positive and courageous attitude. The attitude you develop does not happen overnight. From our thinking, we develop our emotions. From our emotions, we develop our belief system. From our belief system, now our attitudes spring automatically from our belief system. And there is only one way. If you can find another way, that is very good. But there is only one way, and I will give you this one free of charge. There is only one way of developing positive attitude, positive emotions, and to be able to select your thinking, the thoughts that you want to dwell on. There is only one way you can do that, and that is repetition. If you want to learn something, there is no other way of doing it. You have to repeat, you have to repeat, you have to repeat, you have to repeat, and then you will master that skill. There is no other way. No one should tell you there is a quick fix, there is a shortcut, none. You just have to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, and then you will master the skill. I hope that is very clear. How do you repeat? Sometimes you get distracted. There are a lot of informations, there are a lot of interest, there are a lot of people who want to interfere with your programs. You just have to keep focused. Focus on one thing at a time. There is no room. You cannot multitask. People tell you, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. In a day, you do 10 things. Impossible. You have to program yourself to do one thing, number one. Once you succeed in that, move into the next one. Don't leave this one half, this one half, this one half. At the end of the day, you have done nothing. You have left everything half. Now, on attitude, our attitude determines whether the task we are going for, the task we are going to do will be successful or not. from the onset, how we frame our mind. Am I going to win this election? If you ask yourself that question, and there is little bit of cloud of uncertainty in your thought, you have to revisit that question again. Because if you don't believe you're going to win, don't try. There's no point in wasting time for people, for yourself, and the resources. There's no point. In any venture, if it is a career, let's say you're going for an interview. If your thinking is not positive, if you are doubtful, if you are not confident, your attitude will show. You will be asked questions. Those questions may not be textbook questions that, there are set answers for them. No, it depends on how you frame your answers and how you come across. How will we turn this company around? The interviewer just asks you, how can we turn this company around to make double-digit profit? If you start talking about, I don't know how we are going to do it, but we will do it. No, you don't know how you are going to do it, but you will do it. They don't go together. Lastly, I want to remind you, you can never be successful in an island where you live alone. You need people. You will be successful with the support of people. People have to come and support you for the cause you are championing. If you do not develop good relationship with these people, forget about it. You won't make it. So those people who surround you must buy your idea. And they can only buy your idea if they find what they want in the idea. They find you. If you cannot accommodate their interest, then there's no point for them to support you. You have to be very broad-minded to accommodate divergent views and interests. And finally, you have to radiate courage and trustworthiness. In leadership, you cannot tell people stories all the time. You have to radiate courage and trustworthiness. Can you go and conquer that challenge? Of course, yes. How can we do it? People will give you answers. You don't need to generate the answers. You just have to say, we can do it. Remember, an army of sheep led by a lion will always beat an army of lion led by a sheep. If you have not subscribed, please hit subscribe and turn